Good morning, everybody. It is David and Jen here with David Christopher's, and we are not standing on our head today, nor are we fighting with manzanita branches. So if you missed our last video, go check that out because it was pretty funny. So instead of standing on our heads and turning flips and fighting each other with snowman arms, I have a question for you today. And you'll kind of see my shirt, I don't know if you can read that, but it says, "Can't throw stones while washing feet." And I thought I would ask you all today, how much of your time do you spend throwing stones versus washing feet? Because if you remember in the Bible, Jesus washed the feet of the disciples in a way to humble himself and to serve them before he was crucified. And you also remember the woman, the adulterous woman who was caught in the act, and the men brought her to him, and Jesus actually knelt down with her, which was something that Jewish culture usually did not permit. You didn't kneel down with a woman, but he knelt down with her and he told her to go and sin no more. He drew a line in the sand and told her that basically she was forgiven and don't do that anymore. But Jesus is a great example of how we should spend more of our time serving others. It takes no more time to encourage someone as it does to criticize them, and we need to spend more of our time doing that, especially as we go into this season, which is all a celebration of Jesus's birth. And the tree that we're doing today is divinely inspired. So as the name tells you, the tree is divinely inspired. David, I'm sure, had Jesus on his mind when he was putting this tree together. And just because people use red and green and other colors, that they don't have a star at the top or they don't have a Jesus ornament, it doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't had a heart of worship when they were putting that tree together. So before you get critical of people and how they celebrate the Christmas season, think about being nice instead and just encouraging them, because you never know what's in someone's heart, and it's not for us to decide what someone had in their minds when they were putting together their Christmas tree or their Christmas decorations. So let's just have a hate-free zone and enjoy the video, because we are in the middle of a very crunch time. We have only a couple more days, as in the day that we're filming this video, to get ready for open house, which starts on November 3rd. So by the time you see this, it will already be started and going and be wonderful. But we have a tree today that David wanted to make sure that we highlighted, and this is our divinely inspired theme that you're going to see. And what tree is this that you're putting it on? We always get that question.
This is our 7.5-foot grand spruce.
So you'll see the grand spruce has a lot of branches that extend out from the tree, and that's going to make a beautiful addition for the ornaments to kind of be hanging out. I guess that's what you're going to use those for?
Yeah.
It's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope.
Well, we are actually in our retail store, and we are getting ready for an important Christmas event. So we're probably going to have to do a lot of fast motion for this video, but wanted to highlight this ribbon. We had a couple of ribbons designed kind of for these inspirational themes, but if you hear noises in the background, that's just making progress.
And you want a more step-by-step tutorial on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree, make sure you check out our Ribbons and Bows playlist, where David walks you through and takes more time in showing you this process than we have to take today. David has the ribbon added, and you can see he kind of weaves in and out on the tree. We typically never put ribbon around and around like it's been wrapped with toilet paper.
Next, I'm going to add a couple of different things, kind of metallic finishes, just to get a little base of platinum and champagne kind of in the middle of my tree before we keep going. I've got the sprays kind of tucked in the tree pretty deep, just to give a little bit of that champagne and platinum color. throughout, and we're going to layer some blue on top of that. So now we're going to start with our, this is our light blue with gold shiny finish, and then we have a kind of a light blue, well, we're calling it teal, but it's kind of a light bluish color. And we're going to add both of these in there because one's more of a matte finish and it's got an antique kind of coloration, and the other one's more of a light blue with gold watercolor swirled around inside of it. Now that we've got kind of shiny and matte added throughout the tree, that gives us a good texture mixture so that it's not just all the same ball throughout, up and down. It allows you to put more in some different places so that you've got a little bit different mixture. Almost looks like a milky glass. And we're going to be accenting some of that gold coloration in our tree that we've got a little bit in the ornaments and kind of some champagne colors. And these are transparent glass with gold, metallic gold paint on them, so they kind of look a little bit antique. So we're getting a nice good little layering of colors because we've got a little bit of platinum champagne underneath, some of the blue, and then on top of the blue we've got some of our gold coming through that. So we're going to start with blue again. I've got these three little guys that are kind of a light blue mercury, and they're actually a set of three, so you get three different styles. And then I have a larger finial that matches those, and then I have this light blue kind of antiqued, almost looks like stained glass, that has that gold on it, and that's going to look really good in there mixed with our gold ornaments also.
And remember, everything you see in today's video can be found at davidchristofers.com. We sell wholesale, we sell retail. If you check the link in the description, you're going to find a link to the Divinely Inspired collection that has all the items listed that you need to decorate the tree like David decorated it. And I may be able to put together a kit. I have been doing more of those for you that want to just buy everything in one bundle. The kits are very generous. It says it covers 3 feet of tree, but that's usually including like the whole way around. But there's some instructions on how to order your kit if you're interested so that you know exactly how much you need. Also, check out our free Christmas tree recipe guide. I will put that in the description as well. It serves as a guide to help you to know how many sprays, how many ornaments, how much ribbon, things of that nature, just based on the size of your tree, because everybody's tree might not be a 7.5 foot 7.5 inch tree. That would be tiny. You wouldn't need many decorations at all. But your tree may be larger, it may be smaller, you may have it in a corner, it may be wider, it may be skinnier, all the things. So the recipe guide will help you, because it's hard to just say, this is how many you need. So we don't usually do that.
And this particular tree holds more ornaments than just about any other, because most branches I can put 6 ornaments on.
Right. So sometimes people will say, just tell us how many you used, and while we could do that to you, it would be a little unfair unless you have this exact tree in your home. So we put those kits together, and it does take a little bit of judgment on your part to decide what you need for your specific tree.
I'm going to add a couple more stems now. Our metallic gold holly branch, champagne, my bad, and our winter pearl spray. So now I'm going to be adding our Prince of Peace, King of Kings, and Lord of Lord ornaments, our platinum mercury finish with the gold writing on them. And I'm going to be kind of tucking those in the tree. Okay guys, that's it. I'm finished with the tree. I'm going to show you what that looks like, but don't forget to like, subscribe, hit all those buttons that, you know, get you to know when we're doing a new video. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. And Jen couldn't be here, she had to be at a meeting. So this is the end of the video. I'll show you what it looks like.
Brightly shining, it's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voice says, oh night divine, the night when Christ was born. Oh night divine, oh night divine.